Well, hello there. How is everyone? I hope you are all well on this beautiful, beautiful Saturday morning. Not as beautiful as you, because you are truly beautiful. And being awake at 5:30 a.m. on a Saturday because of Brent Kopacka released Bodycam footage. Yeah. Let's talk about it. So look, Lana over at Truth and Transparency has released a video, and it's going through the body cam. I say body cam footage. It's redacted. I don't even know what to say. I'm kind of speechless, if I'm honest, because we've all kind of had questions surrounding the Brent Kopacka situation. We know it's an ongoing situation, so it obviously doesn't seem as clear cut as you would be led to believe. For those of you who don't know what is going on in this situation, I'm hoping you all do, but I know that there's going to be some of you that don't. Brent Kopacka was in Washington. That's correct. Exactly where Bryan Kohberger had apparently driven from in order to commit the atrocities of Moscow, Idaho. It was around sort of the same sort of time as all this was happening, and Brent Kopacka would apparently be holding his roommates hostage. He is ex-military, suffering from PTSD, complex PTSD, following years and years of service, and he was a hero. The guy was a hero. He got a... Look, again, I'm absolutely... I'm still in shock. I think I'm still in shock. And, that for a long time, some people, including myself, had considered, look, you've got a guy who was clearly suffering, clearly struggling from PTSD. He's obviously, this episode, if you like, that we was led to believe occurred, it almost makes you think, if it weren't for the fact that Bryan Kohberger got arrested and this guy got unalived, he would be prime suspect. The guy would be prime suspect. We heard sort of whispers that around the time this was happening, there wasn't even roommates in the room. So, I don't know who he was supposed to be holding hostage, but that has never sort of been made clear. And this body cam footage makes it seem a lot more difficult to comprehend and understand, and I'm hoping that I can raise some questions and you guys will be able to answer down in the comments, just to give me some truth and transparency, because this footage seems anything but. And what do I mean by that? I'm going to go through some of the comments that Lana has received, because I think some of these are shared by myself. Like, I will say, apparently they arrived there and they had a warrant. But as far as I'm aware, at the time that the call was made to 911, they didn't know who this was for. So and again, this could be potentially my ignorance of the law and understanding, but I can't see in an active shooter situation where you've got someone holding people hostages and people don't know who that person is, perhaps, I don't know. It doesn't seem like before they arrived on scene they didn't know who this guy was, so I question how would they have had a search warrant, an arrest warrant for someone they didn't know. Is that possible? Is that, how does that work? I genuinely don't know. But anyway, I digress, because that's not the most important thing here. The most important thing on this footage is that it just doesn't seem... The whole thing doesn't give the vibe of what is supposedly happening. I get a vibe from this footage that the people around it I hate to use this terminology, but it's like they're acting, and they're acting badly. It's like there's no real feeling of fear. Nobody seems to be scared. Nobody seems to be on edge. Nobody seems to be giving you the feeling that they feel that they are in danger, and therefore the action that apparently happens is warranted. Do you know what I mean? It's the audio, the way that the negotiator is just repeating and repeating the same sort of line over and over again, gives you a feeling that the audio is in fact looping, and it's not actually a live scenario being played out. And the redaction, I feel, is indicative of things being hidden. They do not want you to hear what they are saying. And again, that is not truth and transparency, is it? That's redaction and gag order. And I think I'm going to have a new line of merch, one that says harsh redacted and harsh gag order, because I've never heard those two phrases as much as I have since dealing with the Idaho 4 and the Moscow, Idaho and the Washington situation. It's bizarre, this footage, and I would implore any of you to please go over and watch Lana's video. I've put the link in the description of this, but I'm just going to touch on some of the comments here with you, just so you can see what people are indeed saying. So yeah, it's Brent Kopacka, new officer involved Bodycam. Like I said, I'm not going to talk about every single thing because I had to get up at stupid o'clock to watch it, and I feel that you should also, in order to understand it fully, you too should go and have a look and check it out. So I'm going to reset the comments, because obviously this is getting viewed live, so the lives are going up. But what do we got? So we swapped the newest first, and what do we got? I'll put them under here so you can read them. Look, is that a pair of blue sweatpants beneath the chair that's holding the door to Brent's apartment open? It actually looks like a rubbish bag, I will say that. When you say something by the chair, it looks like a piece of black cloth or something like a fabric being moved around. Yeah, Brent, we hear you. We can't hear you either. We haven't heard you. Oh, wait, maybe because this is all fake and you're not even there, which is a valid point. The only thing, it obviously goes to look like it's been redacted to try and explain why you don't hear Brent, but it just gives you the entire feeling that the guy was deceased before even this even kicked off. This went on, and this is a charade to make it look like something it's not. Nobody's scared, no one's afraid, you don't hear him, you see things, do you know what I mean? But again, all of this kind of footage, all of this stuff can be manipulated to look a certain way, but when the audio track looks like it's on loop, there are redactions and there are things missing, and the behaviour of people, to me, again, it's like there's nobody worried in this. There's nobody scared. There's nobody who is giving you the impression that this is a live shooter. I just don't get it. Don't get the feeling. Did law enforcement block cell signals so he could not reveal evidence from his phone publicly during this standoff? He seems to be, from what you can see, is playing with his phone. Apparently, when they found his phone, it was found wiped on the side. It had been reset. Sorry for all the comments. I missed the live. R.I.P. Brent. I cannot begin to imagine the fear this man was put through. Torture is what it is. An hour standoff, fine, but hours on end against a man with a brain injury and PTSD from serve and discuss no morality. Yeah, you know, I think what it said when this footage started, there's basically like 5 hours of it that's missing. This went on for a long time. Lana did make a mistake with the time. She made it sound like it was sort of in the afternoon. It wasn't. It was in the early hours of the morning. Even the guy saying that that's a gunshot sounds fake, like one of those red buttons you press that says no, but a cop version. Yes, Lana, you're right. Kopacka was outside that apartment. His route home was near Kopacka's brother also. So obviously a drill. See, even people saying it's a drill, that's what it gets from me. There's, like I say, and I can't stress this enough, go and watch it, because it genuinely doesn't give you the impression that this is genuine. It genuinely doesn't. There's clips of him seemingly looking like he is in distress, kind of rocking about, and to me, it's weird. It absolutely sounds like the negotiator is recording. If it was gunshots, why didn't a single person flinch or move at all? That's right, and this is what I mean by the manipulation of footage. There seems to be. I can't stress it enough. In fact, I'm not going to go through any more of these because I'll ruin it. I want you, if you're interested in the Brent Kopacka situation, please go and check this out. Go and check this video out. Go watch it. Go send Lana some love over there. And, you know, this. It's an odd one. It's an odd one, you know. I think we should all appreciate Brent for who he was as an individual. He was ex-military, served his country, he served it, and you know, this is a very, very sad situation. And to me, it still seems off. It absolutely still seems off. And it's shit like this, it's things like this that just makes you feel, is there something more to this? Why can't anything around this Idaho 4 and this Brent Kopacka, these two places, why can't anything seem right? Why does everything just seem so off? Let me know down below, and I'll catch you all in the next one.